Every year on New Year's Day, NT Lawyer, who writes the blind items on Crazy Days and Nights, reveals over 50 blind items, and I am recapping some of the most interesting ones. Here is a very disturbing one that is allegedly about Walt Disney. This one was originally posted on October 26th of 2023. You would think after so many years that someone would have just dug up the bones and disposed of them far, far away from the ground itself so that no one could tie the unalivings to the unalive A+ lister. You have to go back a long way for the beginning of this one. The office parties at the company were legendary. When the head guy is an alcoholic womanizer who hates his wife, parties at the office are going to be big. They always involved secretaries who worked at the company and were hired for their willingness to sleep with male employees. They were encouraged to bring female friends to the parties and were paid bonuses or given vacation time if the friend they brought ended up sleeping with one of the male coworkers. The head guy is known for being sweet and kind and family friendly. Instead, when he was drinking, he was a monster, and especially so to any woman who displeased him while he was drunk. If you look back at old film of him, you can see him harassing women all the time and groping them. And that was the stuff they sent out publicly, so you can imagine what was in private and when he was drunk. No one is alive any longer who could tell you whether the two women passed away of an accident or drank too much and passed away, or if they were unalived on purpose. But both women had spent time with the head guy. The two women passed away about 6 months apart. The first one passed away while there was construction going on at a huge new project being built by the head guy, so they buried her body there. 6 months later, the construction project had stopped, but there was a big ranch on site at the project, so they dug up the first one and buried her with the second one at the ranch. There they stayed for decades. Like I said, everyone who knew the story was long unalive. All we know was that the one body had been buried and then exhumed, and that one body appeared to have been buried only once. We wouldn't even know any of that except for about 5 years ago the ranch gave way to brand new construction, and during the excavation, the bones were found. The workers were paid to keep quiet, and the new head of the company decided to use his power and influence to have them disposed of with no questions asked. And again, this is allegedly Walt Disney, Lillian Disney, Walt Disney Studio, Disneyland, and Golden Oak Ranch.